Good evening, America. Welcome to the 5-Minute News Hour. My name is Brian Gartland, and while we are still embroiled in a lengthy legal battle with HBO's The Newsroom, I am proud to announce that the Farrelly brothers have conceded that I was, in fact, the gastrointestinal inspiration for Jeff Daniels' character in Dumb and Dumber. Our top story this evening. Grover Norquist, an anti-tax crusader and noted Muppet name thief, has vowed to go after Republicans who broke their written promise to never raise taxes while in Congress. And while presented with arguments from both sides of the aisle saying that a black and white ban on raising taxes in these economic times is short-sighted, unrealistic, short-minded, and potentially dangerous, Norquist responded with, "I know you are, but..." When asked how exactly he would go after vow breakers, Norquist said, "By using my greatest power," and then wrote up a pledge and got other people to sign it saying they would go after Republicans he didn't like. A camel at a circus in Glendale, California, escaped his pen and ran down the street. The camel is reported to have caused millions and millions less in damages than Amanda Bynes this month. When asked for comment, fellow tax expert Snuffleupagus Gutierrez said that with the upcoming financial cliff approaching, Grover's acting like he's really got a stick up his ass. Or a man's hand. New York City police officials are investigating mysterious confetti thrown during the Thanksgiving Day parade, where parts of documents from New York's Nassau County, including social security numbers and license information, was found on the shredded pieces of paper. Said one longtime New York police officer, "It just goes to show you how far the city's come that we're looking into investigating shredded pieces of paper being dumped on a parade route." Adding, "Forget about it, coffee, the Jets suck." Edward Archbold, a 32-year-old resident of West Palm Beach, Florida, choked to death on cockroaches during a cockroach eating contest in October in an attempt to win the prize, which was a live python. Autopsy results have just come back and found that there were no drugs in the man's system. However, coroners did report the official cause of death, as Florida. Today is Cyber Monday, where online shoppers can save bundles with deals, or as small business owners and retailers everywhere call it, fuck! Now it's time for sports. Fireman Ed, a New York City area firefighter and longtime Jets unofficial mascot who led the fan base in literacy aptitude, has retired from his position and will now watch the Jets be awful as a civilian. Out of solidarity with their brother, tri-state area paramedics and firefighters will no longer respond to emergency calls at the homes of current New York Jets. When sought out for comment, the man-child who obnoxiously and vociferously screams at New York Giants games could not be reached, but I talked to my dad and I don't think they tried to find either of us very hard. Our final story this evening. After spending big last offseason and being so bad at baseball that they actually finished behind the New York Mets in the National League East standings, the Marlins of Miami have decided to trade away their entire team, sending Mark Burley, Josh Johnson, and formerly loved shortstop Jose Reyes to the Toronto Blue Jays in exchange for many middling players, including one Yunel Escobar, who was suspended from the Blue Jays last year after writing "Tu eres maricón" in his eye black, which translates to "you are a faggot." This coming just a year after Miami hired and then fired manager Ozzie Guillen, who made pro-Fidel Castro comments. Management is apparently searching for a Holocaust denier and 9/11 was an inside job believer to fully alienate gay Cuban and retired New York Jews of Miami. But on a serious note, there's nothing the Marlins could do to offend me or their fan base more than "Soar, Marlins, Soar." Scott Stapp of Nickelback sings this unofficial or official Marlins anthem. It's on YouTube. Find it. For all of me here at the 5-Minute News Hour, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. I don't know what you mean. I've been doing shows consistently for months. There's been a stupid and ugly filter on them, however, so unless you're particularly stupid and ugly, you probably didn't see them. Have a good night and a great night.